PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. Well, here we are in the middle of the giant selling season from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and everything is going fantastic. Toyota has announced so many new products. We've talked about that over the last couple of weeks. And we're also seeing an influx of inbound new units coming. So the inventory's starting to build back up. So I want to talk to you about things that are going on in the market, things that have happened over the last couple of years, and things that are so important that we don't miss out on the opportunity in the future. So let me go with this. I've got everybody, see there, people are already texting me right now trying to find out what's going on. So look at the change that's happened over the last year and a half. COVID slowed everything down. As COVID slowed everything down, new car manufacturing plants have closed down, and the car inventory got super small. The gross profit per car went through the roof. 4Runners bringing anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000 over sticker price because the demand got so high and there was no supply. That should have been a tremendous earning time for everybody out there. Hey, if the customer wanted the vehicle and they were ready right now, then they paid the demand price, which is fine. That's part of capitalism. So the supply of cars are starting to go up. So if you've been around for more than a year, as the supply goes up and the demand drops below the supply level, now that one 4Runner that I was the only one that had one in the market area, now there's one at every Toyota store. So all these new cars are now, customers sitting there and they're shopping 4 or 5 dealerships that all have the exact vehicle they're looking for. So now I'm working from invoice up or invoice down. I'm using factory money, there's rebate money, and we're doing all kinds of stuff as a manufacturer to draw people into the store. But the $7,000 over MSRP will start to erode as the supply increases. And you know what? Even if you've not thought about that, think about it right now, and you'll realize that I'm trying to prepare you for a change in the market. It's not like it hasn't happened before. We had cash for clunkers. If you were too young to remember that, what happened is they destroyed all the used cars. They destroyed them. They put holes in the engine block. There was no used cars out there. So new car sales went up because there were no used cars. Well, we did the exact opposite with COVID. We destroyed the new car inventory because we didn't have the manufacturing plants open. So the used cars that were available started bringing giant profitability. 3-year-old Tacoma bringing original sticker price 3 years later, and it really didn't matter how many miles on the vehicle. So you've all seen that. So these are the things I want you to focus on. Here is the natural tendency of every dealership. As my new car inventory comes back up, I go back into new car mode. So everything comes about hitting my number and doing my new cars. Your dealers over the last year and a half have made more money than they've ever made before. The majority of the Toyota stores out there have made millions and millions of dollars because of increased service demand, because people are keeping their cars longer, and because of the used car price and the value that we place in service for the certified cars. So the amazing amount of profitability came from the pre-owned side of the business, from pre-owned and certified. That's where the dollars came from. New cars were still making us great money, but there was no supply. So now if I get back into a haggling game, and the only thing I'm really focused on is new cars, then I've washed away that used car opportunity. Let me just give you some statistical numbers right now. Toyota runs around 2 million new cars every year, 1.8 to 2.1, right in that area. Let's call it 2 million. Once those 2 million cars are sold, there's no more. So you better hope that it's the next year and the 2022s are coming out, or we'll have a time when we don't have cars. So there's that 2 million cars right there. Out of Toyota dealers, we only sell about 1.2 million used cars. So what I think, this is the way I picture it. So here comes CarMax. We go, oh, you want to get into the used car business? Come on and build your mega facilities and sell our Toyotas at CarMax. Go ahead, it's fine. And then we started talking as a manufacturer, and at least I started talking in my training classes about off-site deliveries. Well, Casey, they really need to come drive the car before they buy it. And so we just stepped aside and goes, come on, Carvana and Vroom. Y'all just buy these rollbacks and take them to people's houses and they'll buy them without ever driving them. So we just got out of the way. So basically what we've done is we've yielded to other people to give away our used car business. I will tell you right now, the best place in America to buy a used car is at a Toyota store because the talent of the Toyota technician is not rivaled by any other manufacturer. They are the best of the best. And the best place to buy a used Toyota is not at a Chevrolet store or at a Hyundai store or at a Ford store or at an independent somewhere. The best place to buy a used Toyota is at a Toyota store. So if we can look at what we've done over the last year and a half, and we can take that 1.2 million used cars and somehow match it to our new car output. So 2 million new, 2 million used. That's 800,000 additional used cars back into dealer portfolios, millions of dollars paid to salespeople, managers, and the dealers. And looking at the sheer math, somewhere around 14 to 16 million new cars sold per year. That's the new car market with everybody involved. 43 to 44 million pre-owned sold a year. So new cars, pre-owned cars, we're going to sell every new car that's made. Bar none, every new car that comes out, we're going to sell. All of them. Toyota's never had leftover inventory. So we're going to sell all those cars. It is time to get aggressive in the used car business. As you're sitting there having your meetings, your opinion matters. I don't care if you worked in the dealership for a month. In a month in the car business is like 10 years of regular life. You know what I mean. And your opinion matters, and what you see matters, and what you know matters. If your paychecks have been bigger than they've ever been before in the history of you being in the car business, it's because of the new car shortage and the used car values. That's what's bumped up your paycheck. So as you're having a conversation with your owner and your managers, figure out a way to be able to expedite more used car inventory, because traffic is traffic. I don't care if the customer's coming in looking at new cars, used cars, or a certified car. It doesn't matter why they're there. We've even parlayed over this last year and a half, customers coming in for service, and now we're equity mining the service department to try to sell them cars. So when you have traffic to your store, if they're coming or they're online or they're calling, then that increases every division of sales that we have. Do not forget about pre-owned as new car supply increases. This has been PK52, the Saturday Morning Meeting.